Are we facing a massive shortage of food globally? If we look at the index of global food prices, we can see that it has reached a new all-time high in nominal levels. Not yet in real terms, but certainly at nominal levels. Such high prices of food are certainly something that has a lot to do with the inflationary pressures that we're seeing everywhere and the massive money printing coming from all the different economies, etc. But additionally, obviously, from the Ukraine war, we have seen wheat prices, we have seen barley, all of the different cereals, etc., are going up massively because of the challenges of the Ukraine plus Russia supply to the rest of the world. If we look at the Middle East and North Africa, there are countries in which the cereal production of Ukraine is critical for supply because they receive up to 80% of their demand in coming from those countries, no? From Russia and Ukraine. It is also very important to understand that only 35% of the available land in Ukraine is going to be farmed for the next season. And we need to understand as well that there has been a growing number of limitations to farming in developed economies. In the last years, we have seen increases in taxes, increases in administrative and environmental burdens, increases as well in all those difficulties that have led many farms to be uneconomical in even before the pandemic, particularly in the cases of Germany, United States, and other major economies. So we have, on the one hand, a weather situation, which obviously extreme weather has made some of the crops very unproductive. Second, an increase in administrative and tax burdens. Third, the Ukraine war. With all of that, some independent analysis are showing that there is not a serious risk of a global food crisis. Why? Because we have seen a combination of those factors in very similar terms in 1993, 94, 2003, and 2018 without major food crisis. What we certainly can look at and we need to pay a lot of attention to is the risk in Middle East and North African countries that are suffering already from very elevated food prices, that may see supply chain disruptions and supply problems because they import the vast majority of their cereals from Ukraine and Russia. And obviously, what needs to be done is that governments all over the world lift the burdens that farming has in order to cushion the blow of the Ukraine invasion, which would allow developed economies to produce more. It doesn't make any sense to maintain and increase the ethanol mandate in the United States. It doesn't make any sense for the European Union to maintain the massive CO2 cost burden on agriculture. It makes absolutely no sense to see agriculture suffering from rising taxes and rising administrative and labor costs in the European Union. All of those factors lifted for a while would certainly help cushion the blow of the Ukraine invasion and certainly reduce significantly the problem, or at least the challenge, of a possible food shortage. Let's pay attention to the likely food crisis in Middle East, North Africa, and Latin American economies, because those created significant levels of social unrest already in the previous period of very elevated food prices. Let's pay attention to that, and let's allow the economy to work properly and the level of supply to go to the levels that are required in every different economy, because the restrictions to farming that remain in many of the developed economies are certainly a much bigger problem in an environment in which the Ukraine invasion is likely to cause shortages, not just this year, but probably also next year. So we need a very dedicated response, a global response in which supply comes back and supply addresses these challenges all over the world. So what is today a problem of price does not become a problem of affordability and availability in the future. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, leave your comments below, and keep defending freedom. Thank you very much.